All right, let's get right into it. We're tackling a huge question today, one that every soccer fan has asked themselves. Can an algorithm actually predict the outcome of a match? We're going to dive into a new AI tool that says it can. So, can data really crack the code of the beautiful game? Let's find out.
So, AI meets the beautiful game, a new kind of pundit. You know, soccer is just notoriously unpredictable, right? I mean, one lucky deflection, a moment of absolute magic from a star player, or a questionable VAR call, and boom, the entire game can flip. With all that chaos, how on earth can anyone claim they can consistently pick a winner?
And this is the struggle every fan faces. You've got stats coming out of your ears, pundits yelling on TV, and then there's your own gut feeling. How do you actually pick a winner from all that noise? It feels like you can do all the homework in the world and still end up just guessing. But what if there was another way?
Well, this is where the tech comes in. We're looking at an app called AI Football Tips, and its whole purpose is to find the hidden patterns in all that data. Think about it. This thing crunches numbers on a scale a human just can't. It's looking at historical scores, individual player stats, possession, you name it. It's basically trying to find the signal in the noise, those little clues that we might miss, to give a prediction based purely on the numbers.
Okay, let's pop the hood and see how this thing actually works. First up is the daily match feed, which is basically your home base for all the day's action. So, the first thing you see is this main screen. It's pretty straightforward. You've got your live games right there. Scores updating in real time like this Champions League match. And then you can just scroll down to see all the upcoming games from pretty much any league you can think of, like the English Championship. It's a nice, clean way to get a bird's-eye view of everything going on.
All right, now for the interesting part, decoding the AI's free tip. This is what the algorithm actually sees. The app isn't just a scoreboard, it's about the analysis. And the cool thing is, it offers free tips for everyone. So let's see how it thinks.
Okay, let's pick a match here. How about this one? Wrexham versus Bristol City. It looks like it's already in progress, about 20 minutes gone, and the score's 1-0. So what does the AI think is going to happen from here?
So you just tap on the match, and this little window pops up with the AI's recommendation. And notice, it's not just saying Wrexham will win. It's way more specific than that. It's looking for a particular angle that the data supports. And here's its logic. It says to bet on under 2.5 total goals. Why? Because its data shows both teams have been finding it really tough to score goals lately. So instead of trying to predict who wins, it's predicting a low-scoring game. Basically, it's saying the final score will have 2 goals or fewer. Super clear, and it's based entirely on how these teams have been playing.
Okay, so that's the free stuff, but there's another level to this app, the VIP zone. This is where the algorithm puts its money where its mouth is, so to speak. These are the high-confidence picks, the ones it feels really good about.
And this is what makes it VIP. It's incredibly selective. We're talking less than 10% of all the matches it analyzes. The AI is basically a bouncer at a club, and it's only letting in the absolute best of the best. The games where the data is pointing overwhelmingly in one direction.
What's really interesting is that it also gives you a bit of strategy. It lays out what it calls the pro strategy. First, it tells you what not to do. The classic rookie mistake of lumping all the VIP tips into one giant risky bet. Instead, the pro move is to be smart about it. Pick just 2 or 3 of the games that look best to you and consider them one by one. It's all about playing it smart, not just swinging for the fences.
So let's put that pro strategy into action and really dig into one of these high-stakes VIP picks. We're going to look at a case study, a big youth showdown between PSG and Tottenham.
Yep, here we go. Right on the VIP list. It's a UEFA Youth League game. PSG's under-19s against Tottenham's under-19s. Now this game has already been played, which is actually perfect for us because it means we can look at the AI's prediction and then see if it was right. Okay, so when we dive into the details for this match, we see something interesting. The AI actually flagged 3 different bets, and get this, it gave all of them a 90% confidence score. That's really high. From there, it made its final pick. So, let's retrace its steps. How did it get to that conclusion? First, just look at the raw stats, specifically the shots. I mean, this bar chart pretty much tells the whole story, doesn't it? PSG had 16 total shots to Tottenham's 5. It's not even close, and 7 of those PSG shots were on goal. The data is screaming relentless attack from one side. Next up is the tail of the tape, the recent form. The The AI sees that PSG's under-19s are a fortress at home, winning 2 of their last 4 and notching big victories against teams like Atalanta and Bayern. On the other side, Tottenham has been a goal-scoring machine, banging in 17 goals in their last 4 games. But there's a catch. They also just had a surprising loss, which might suggest a little vulnerability.
So the algorithm takes all of this and boils it down to a few key factors. Factor 1, PSG's massive home advantage. They were unbeaten at home in the tournament. Factor 2, Tottenham's recent loss, which could be a confidence killer. And Factor 3, and this one is huge, is that both of these teams just seem to end up in shootouts. They both have a real tendency for high-scoring games.
And when you put all of that together, the final prediction starts to make a lot of sense. The AI's recommendation is both teams to score yes. The logic is simple. Even though PSG is dominant at home, Tottenham scores so many goals that it's super likely they'll get one. So the bet is simply that both teams will find the back of the net at least once.
So, what was the final score? A crazy 5-2 win for PSG. The AI absolutely nailed it. Not only did both teams score, but the final result meant that the other two 90% probability bets, a PSG win and over 2.5 total goals, also came through. A clean sweep for the algorithm. Wow.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. The future of predictions. Is it all about data, or is there still room for instinct? After seeing this, you have to wonder, are we heading towards a world where algorithms know best?
Well, probably not. At least not yet. Look, tools like this are never going to replace the passion and the heart of being a fan. The point isn't to take away your gut feeling. It's more about giving you another tool, a data-driven analytical head to go along with your fan heart. It's an extra layer of insight into the game we all love.
But it does leave us with a big, lingering question. As these algorithms get smarter and smarter, is that balance going to shift? Will there come a day when pure data actually does beat human intuition in the world of sports? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.